What's up, guys? I literally just got finished with a cut test video with this knife right here. Spyderco Manix 2 CPM M4 steel. It did really well. Not as good as 20 CP, obviously, because it's just not that. I don't know. It's not that level of steel. Jim Ankerson, his name is J Ankerson1 on YouTube. He does some knife comparison tests in blade forums. I'm sorry that you had to hear that just then, but I didn't know if I had it focused just right. He puts this a step or two under S90V and steels like that. So it's a very good steel, very good steel, but it's not like it's no S110V or S90V. It does lose its edge a little bit faster. But if you're used to stuff like S30V and 154cm, then this will be a huge improvement. So a lot of people wanted to see me touch up the edge with this 1200 grit Japanese waterstone. I said that you can bring a dull edge back to sharpness and refine it with this one stone, and that's true. So I wanted to demonstrate that. You can remove a lot of material and also get your knife extremely sharp all with this one stone, and that's why I love these Japanese water stones. Diamonds cut really fast too, but for some reason I like the feel of these Japanese water stones when I'm just doing a touch-up. So I wanted to show you guys. I've marked on the edge with a magic marker, so I'm just going to go ahead and get to it. I'm not trying to remove a lot of material because the edge isn't extremely bad. It does have a few rolls in it and maybe a chip in there, but I'm mainly just trying to touch it up. I want to get it back to that hair whittling sharpness that I had before I did the test. And as you can see, we've removed all of the magic marker. And just because you've removed all the magic marker doesn't mean you're done on this side. You still need to form a burr. So that's what we're going to work for. With these Japanese water stones, you do want to use all parts of the stone. You don't want to just use the middle because you will dish it out and it will have a concave shape. So that's why I'm making it a point to use all of the stone. Trying to get that part near the ricasso. That's always the hardest part to get, and near the tip. I do make circular motions with the tip. I've just found that it helps me not round it off. So we do have a little bit of a burr, so I'm going to switch to the other side and try and form a burr on this side. This is kind of an uncomfortable position to sharpen in, so I apologize if I don't get it extremely sharp. Ooh, went over my angle there. I don't know if you heard that, but it screams at you when you go over on your angle. It gives you a little notice. It gets a lot louder. And if you do it once, it's not a huge deal, but if you do it over and over again, you're going to end up changing the angle of your bevel, and it's going to give you a headache. So if you hear that noise, just check yourself, make sure your angle is right, and then get back to it. I want to show you. I'm going to zoom in right here and show you what the bevel looks like, because a lot of people have asked me to do that. So that is what the bevel looks like as of right now. Just a clean, nice uniform bevel. Alright, I'll zoom back out. Sorry if I bumped the camera. Get it back in focus. I'm going to wet my stone again. It is important to keep these stones wet. I do have a burr on this side, so I'm going to go ahead and flip it and work a little bit more on this side. It is okay to use these sharp, quick motions up here. You don't want to use long sweeping motions because you'll end up coming off the stone. You just do want to make sure you use the length of the stone, because if you don't, you're going to dish it, and then you have to worry about leveling your stone, which you're going to have to do eventually anyway, but you just don't want to do it prematurely. Alright, need to form a little bit bigger of a burr. These 1200 grit stones are excellent for beginners because they do cut fast enough to repair a knife, but they also cut slow enough to not make mistakes very, very fast. Some of the coarser stones, like my DMTs, are not very forgiving. If you make a mistake, it will let you know quickly. I'm just checking for a burr. I don't have one that I'm satisfied with yet, so I'm gonna keep working. And anybody that wants to get into freehand sharpening, just let me know. I'll help you any way I can. If you want to message me and get tips, or make a video of your own and let me critique it, I will. I'm not saying I'm the master at sharpening. I do get very sharp knives, but I haven't been doing this very long, so I'm not a brain trust on sharpening or anything. I am still learning myself, so. But I think I can help some people. If you saw me dip down a little, I just changed my angle just to make sure I was getting the whole bevel. And I think we're about done on this stone. Let me fill up the edge. Yes, we have a very, very clean, smooth edge. Now I'm just going to do alternating strokes with extremely light pressure. This is where the finishing part comes in. The stone is coarse enough to remove a lot of material, but also fine enough to do some finishing work with. It's not going to give you a mirror polish. It gives you the precursor to a mirror polish, but it itself will not give you a mirror polish. But what it will give you is a very, very refined, sharp edge, which is what we're looking for here. Light pressure is the key when you're finishing. Extremely light pressure. The lighter the better. It can't be too light. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and clean my blade off. I'm going to test it before we strop. And it's extremely sharp. I forgot to show you what it was like before, but if you saw my test where I cut this rope, it was barely cutting printer paper, and now it's push cutting phone book paper with ease. And that took, what, 9 minutes, 10 minutes tops. So it doesn't take long at all to get your sharp edge back, especially with a steel like M4. It loves to take a very sharp edge. So what we'll do is finish it on the strop. Same strop that I've said that I love. This is the Knives Plus strop block. if any of you want it. Any of you guys want it. It's an extremely good strop. I can't sing its praises enough. I'm going to go ahead and strop my edge off. And then test it again. And there is that next level of sharpness that I was looking for. It is absolutely screaming sharp. Can't get much sharper than that. I'll go ahead and see if I can whittle a hair on camera. I'm not sure that I can capture it on this camera, but I will try it. Having to sacrifice my own hair here. I don't have my fiance to give me one. Okay. Let's see if I can get this on camera. Try and do it quickly. Okay. I can't do it in this angle. Oh, jeez. I'm just gonna have to whittle it off camera and then show you. Well, there's a broken hair. I don't know if you can see it. It broke it in half. You're just gonna have to trust me because I can't show it on this camera. But this is a hair whittling edge. It has absolutely no resistance. So anyway, that's the touch up, guys. I don't know if you can even see that, but that's dull to hair whittling in 10 minutes, roughly 10 minutes. I talked, so that added some time. Anyway, that's the 1200 grit stone. Some couple people wanted to see that, so there you go. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.